Big Dog, 97.9. Let's begin.
We start with our first lap. This is Ron White on Drinking and Driving.
Anything has the potential to become a DUI checkpoint if you crash your car into it. Don't drink and drive. That's what they say. They also say friends don't let friends drive drunk. Well, which one is it? Somebody's got to drive. I was leaving a party the other night, and this buddy of mine goes, "Hey, Ron, can you drive?" I was like, "I can drive. I can't get pulled over." Now, I'm not saying I've never driven drunk, because I've drank so much in my life. Now, on the back of my driver's license, there's a list of organs I need.
Big Dog, 97.9. You're going to be vacationing near the ocean. Where there's sharks. Of course, we are in the middle of Shark Week. So you decide to go in the middle, basically, of Shark Week, Shark Month. Let's go to where there are sharks.
Shut up. I didn't think this out. I don't plan my vacation around what's on TV entirely. I mean, I wouldn't go at Super Bowl Sunday or anything. But I think this has had an effect on my kids.
Has it?
Yeah, I've gotten questions about sharks here recently. Are there sharks where we're going? To which the answer, of course, is no.
Well, the answer is yes.
I know it is, but I was like, no, not at the beach we're going to.
It's the...
There's a visible shark force field around our beach. They can't even get in there.
No sharks at all.
No. God, if we see a fin, they're going to freak.
Apparently, 30% of people are very afraid of sharks. Like a great deal. 24% of people are moderately, or a little bit. 15% said, no fear of sharks.
See.
You're an idiot. If you don't fear sharks, at least fear them a little bit.
Sure, yeah.
You have to at least fear them.
Of course. It's like I fear them. I just hope I'm never in a situation where I encounter one.
Right.
It's like tigers. I fear tigers. I just don't see a scenario where I see one in the wild, you know? Because I'm not going to where they live, probably.
You hope.
Or one escapes the zoo or something, you know?
Right. Apparently, by region...
We're the toughest.
And this makes perfect sense. Yeah. The people that fear sharks the least are people that live in the Midwest.
That's right.
Where there are no sharks.
Where we are the bravest. We are. Yeah, sharks. Pfft, why would you even be afraid of a shark?
Yeah.
They have to swim upland 1,300 miles to kill me.
That's like, I don't know. That's just, who's not afraid of sharks? Oh, people live in the Midwest?
It makes sense.
Yeah, of course it does. Because you're not dealing with them every day. Same would be with alligators.
I think alligators are way scarier. I really do. Amphibious creatures.
Because you can see them
kill you in the water or the land.
Oh, they're like a shark.
If a shark is in the water and I run onto the land, I'm good.
Yeah.
Not alligator.
They can follow you.
Scarier. I mean, be real.
I will give you that. Alligators are scarier than sharks.
Hell yes, they are.
Because they are more mobile.
There's probably a lot more of those in Florida than sharks, truthfully. Now I'm really freaked out to go. Good thing it was an alligator week on TV.
There are sharks in your water. And by the way, everywhere else there's water, there's also alligators.
Alligators.
So there's two things that can eat you. Hey, happy vacation, kids. You've got in the house.
You would think so. I don't and haven't watched a lot of those shows, but occasionally when you see that sort of stuff on
can't
TV,
watch them.
Just I watch for a second just to be appalled of. And it's almost like a feeling better about myself thing sometimes.
Is that what it is? I think that's why people watch.
Oh, man, my house is clean. Look at that.
Mine was bad. One that's big enough that you're unable to enter most doors. That's why this is such an opportunity, I think.
Agreed.
There's a 5-bedroom 1,700 square foot property. You got to go to New Hampshire for it, though. It comes fully furnished for the hoarder in your life.
Yeah.
Pre-hoarded.
Like if you have an aspiring hoarder.
Each room has at least 3 feet of junk already inside.
Perfect.
The house is listed at about $339,000. It's described as is.
Yeah.
The buyer will assume all responsibility for everything inside. In other words, see, I would not do this because they're basically saying it's as is, and you are taking responsibility for everything inside.
Yeah.
There's probably a body in there.
Ooh, good point. Yeah.
There's
like that.
hidden somewhere that you don't know. Got caught under an avalanche.
I think you would under an avalanche. Surely you would smell it. Somebody.
It's a hoarder. Oh yeah, that's just kind of blends in, and then eventually the smell.
Dead body smell blends in.
Eventually that goes away.
Yeah, I mean that's true. I'm sure it does. Once it turns to a skeleton,
exactly.
You just find a skeleton. Is this real or is this a Halloween decoration?
They also warn people: don't open the garage door, or the front door, or the back door.
How do you get in?
I don't know. Through a window, I guess. Probably to avoid another avalanche.
I really am. If I am the sellers here, I get them. If Grandma was a hoarder, they're like, screw it. I'm not cleaning this house out. We'll just sell the whole stinking thing
as is.
And I'm sure the as is thing is partially because this thing will never pass an inspection because nobody can actually inspect it. Yeah, there's probably water damage and this and that and mold. You know there's mold in the house.
It looks pretty rough.
It probably does. But it's got good bones, as they say. Like legitimate bones, Chris thinks. Maybe a skeleton. Dead body.
Yeah. Anytime you see, you will assume responsibility for everything inside. Come on, just sign the dotted line. It's all yours.
What's the number? If this came down to like 50 grand, would you do it?
No.
Still not interested.
Nope.
It's a house. You could make lots of profit on it. You just need a few dumpsters.
Yeah, it's in bad shape.
I bet it is.
They got pictures, and it's horrible.
I'm really curious to see the buyers and what all they find. You might find something worth 300 grand in there.
There will be somebody that.
I mean, mostly from the hoarding pictures I've ever seen in video, it's just trash. It's not really things that are of value, typically. But there might be something in there.
Yeah.
Might be a body.
I think it's a body.
I'd have to be going nuts to do that.
Yeah, he's running into shelves and displays. Apparently, he's almost striking other customers with the scooter. Aaron was also really tanked. Like really, really drunk.
Yeah.
When the police arrived, he couldn't even stand on his own. He needed to be hauled out on a stretcher.
That's why he had to ride the scooter. He couldn't just have a regular cart.
He had a backpack with him, the scooter's basket.
Okay. Yeah.
It contained an open bottle of Smirnoff vodka that he probably picked up as he was scooting around.
Yeah, probably. I'm out of this. I drank all the last one.
He was charged with 4 misdemeanors: DUI, disorderly intoxication, possession of an open container. He is, it's only 3. I only got 3.
Are you drunk?
It says 4.
And one
but they listed 3.
And the charge to be named later.
Yeah. He's held on a $3,000 bond, but...
It feels wrong to get the drunk driving charge in the Walmart, doesn't it? I mean, fine. Disorderly conduct, okay.
Driving under the influence. Was he really driving?
Well, I mean, it's a motorized vehicle, I suppose.
Yeah, and that one seems a little much.
It does. It does.
What he was doing was wrong.
Yeah, I'm not.
But and he deserves. But at the same time,
yeah.
It was a scooter at Walmart.
It's still the moral of the story, though. If you're too drunk to stand, you don't make a trip to Walmart, you dumbass.
What a dumbass.
Big Dog, 97.9. 45% of people think men don't say sorry enough.
Really?
20% say the same about women.
Huh.
But there are certain times when an apology is not only expected, but it is required.
Yeah. Oh, sure.
You'll see what I mean today.
Okay.
On my list. Top 6 situations when you should always apologize.
All right. Perfect.
Top 6 situations when you should always apologize. Number 6. When a woman says, "I'm not pregnant," after you nod at her stomach and ask, "Boy or girl?"
The game is the stupidest game to play. It's so simple. Never, ever, 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 ever guess that.
No.
You just don't.
Ever.
Ever.
No matter what.
Ever, ever.
Number 5. When the customer behind you says, "This is a 15 item or less line," and you put down your 187th can of cat food.
Yeah. Those are kind of annoying if I do have 10 items in my hand.
You do apologize.
Yep.
Number 4. When your grandma has a heart attack because you've triggered it with the joy buzzer prank once again.
Play those on someone else, not grandma.
Number 3. When pills clatter all over the sink when you open your host medicine cabinet to use the bathroom. You apologize.
That's a funny one.
Number 2. When your boyfriend goes limp after you laugh at him because he wants you to call him Monster Wang. It might be true. You still need to apologize.
You got to apologize.
Number 1. Top 6 situations when you should always apologize. Number 1. When your 8-year-old burst into tears after you hit him with a draw 4 card for the second time in the game of Uno.
Hey, tough lessons have to be learned. No mercy.
There's your top 6 list today. 97.9. Apparently we may be getting scammed.
Have we? Well, I know that. That's just true. In which way this time? How about that?
America is being hit with yet another sinister epidemic. Now, we have a guy, and usually where I've seen him is actually on 32nd Street in Range Line, and he's playing a violin.
That's funny because I've seen him at the stores right next to the mall.
Now,
before.
again,
if it's the same guy, I don't know. Maybe
it feels like he's playing.
Seems like it to me. He's got like a sound system, a PA of sorts there where he's plugged into.
Hopefully he is. But apparently people are pretending to play the violin and asking for money, and they're faking it.
Ouch.
One report calls it finger syncing.
That doesn't feel like that was a violin term to me. Finger syncing.
Yeah. Play on the lip syncing thing. Depending on where you are, it's not legal to perform in public for tips, and it's not illegal to mime playing an instrument. But there's also nothing dangerous about it, so no one is forcing anything.
Yeah.
But apparently what they're doing is they're pretending to play. They've actually got it hooked up to a speaker and a sound, and it's actually playing sound out the speaker that they aren't playing. So it's not real. Mm-hmm. They just have this cheap violin. They don't know what they're doing, but they act like they do. They go through the motions. And what you're actually hearing is something that's been pre-recorded.
You got to really stay in character to do that, right? And know. Well, then again, I mean, I don't know what it should look like if you're playing whatever song on the violin. Because most of the ones I've seen, they're playing like tunes that you know. It's not just classical music per se.
Right.
It's like things you recognize on violin.
Right.
But I have no idea what that looks like, how he should be drawing the bow, whatever.
Apparently up in Michigan, they had somebody outside of Target, and they said they found one of these finger syncers. And
still funny.
He had a sign that said he was a father of 3, needed money for food and rent. And when the reporter exposed him as a fraud, he claimed he couldn't speak English, packed up and left.
No habla. Peace.
Out.
If he's finger syncing, what's the odds that he's a father of 3 that's very hungry? And this is why we're all so cynical, and it's hard to give money to people.
Because you see it, and you're like, At least he's trying to do something to earn it.
Right. I always kind of feel the same way.
Maybe. But if he's sinking it, if he's finger sinking, he's one of these national scammers.
I think the guy
bums me out.
Or maybe two. We don't know if it's even the same dude we've seen. I think, if I recall correctly, his sign just said, like, have a good day or something. It wasn't like he didn't draw it out to be like, I'm a charitable cause in some way, you know? It was just, I'm here.
But it's clear that he's asking for money.
I know. I never mind that when I go to cities so when I go to the Cardinals games, there's always street performers up there.
Yeah, but normally those street performers, they have to be in a designated location and sometimes have to pay to be there.
Yeah, correct. I don't mind I don't know about St. Louis. I don't know if they have to pay.
I don't know in St. Louis if that's the case, but I know in some places it is.
Well, like your Times Square
or they have to sign up to get, okay, you can be here, but you can only be here.
Yeah, but still, they're making a business out of it, if you will. I don't really mind that. Yeah. I'm getting a little entertainment out of it. You're playing bucket drums or sax or whatever. I don't care.
I feel cheated, though, if he's finger sinking.
Feel more cheated about this or like a concert? More
a concert because that's, they're supposed to be doing something.
I don't feel so cheated because I don't think I've ever given the violin guy any money, so...
Well, I haven't either, but I'm just, just saying. Still, it's the thought. Hold on, thought you're really doing that.
What do you want, your money back or what?
Big Dog, 97.9. Things are changing. Even in the gamer culture isn't immune to it. Rockstar Games recently made an effort to clean up its frat boy image, they say, both in the office and in its titles.
Did they have a frat boy, workplace?
I guess.
I didn't know. Okay.
Case in point. Grand Theft Auto 6 Story Mode will feature the first ever playable female character in its franchise.
I didn't realize they'd never had that.
Nope. She'll be Latino. She'll be in the storyline that's influenced by Bonnie and Clyde, they say.
Okay, so she's not going to be a prostitute.
No.
Because I know they had those in the other ones, I believe.
Right.
That was something that existed.
But you couldn't play them.
Yeah, you kind of could. You just couldn't play as them. I think this is the thing, right?
That's the... Yes. True.
Not a big gamer, but that's what little I know about Grand Theft Auto. Good for them. Look at the leaps and bounds we're making as a society.
Now a female lead character in Grand Theft Auto 6.
I think we pretty much solved it all. Good job, guys.
Here's Rich Glitter.
This is not headline news. Shawn Mendes has canceled the rest of his tour for mental health reasons. Come on, man, pull it together. Quiet Riot is still touring. A couple was busted for having relations at one of the filming locations for Game of Thrones. Apparently, most people walked right by figuring they were just filming another season. Today is World Hepatitis Day, so here's to you, Pamela Anderson. And today is National Chili Dog Day. My advice, don't share one with John Mellencamp. It gets weird. This is not headline news.
Talking about how somebody was asking, is it a jerk move to tell somebody they were sitting with on a plane, because she said it was, to him, that her perfume was too strong. And she said not smell very well. So it was rude of him to point that out. And I was saying it's actually more rude for her, because if you have trouble smelling, you shouldn't be putting on cologne or perfume to begin with, even if it is maybe to cover up a smell that you have or something, because you obviously you don't understand how much you're putting on.
Yeah.
He's just letting you know.
Well, I did the same thing we always do. I said, let's ask everyone else.
Yeah.
I'm no expert on the matter, but I'd love to know their thoughts. So we put it up, Chris Purple Hayes and Bobby Show. And just simple question, is it rude to tell someone they're wearing too much cologne or perfume?
I don't think it is. I don't know if I've ever really done it. I just get away from the situation. But I think if I was trapped, I might.
Yeah, I'm not the confrontation
Or if
guy.
it was something that was going to be a constant.
I've never. I think I have to be close to you to say that's too much. If I do it, then we're friends or something. We asked that question, though, and we got a lot of great responses. I like Jody's. Jody's a big brain. She's smart. She says no, especially if it's someone you know. If you don't know the person, you just say, wow, your cologne is really strong. What kind is it? But
they might think that you like it.
Well, that's possible.
And now I'm going to double it up.
I think when you go, it's really strong. What is that, Sex Panther you're wearing? Then they maybe will get the hint. Others have said pretty much the same thing. I like Stacy's response. Stacy said, I was taught you can pretty much say anything as long as you can say it with a smile. Hi, you smell terrible.
Yeah. Okay, maybe a little nicer than that.
Andy says, it's how you say it. You can be rude giving compliments. You can be nice giving criticism. What's the rude compliment sound like?
I don't know. I think that would be tough.
Wow, that shirt really looks good on you for a fat guy.
Okay, there you go.
Something like that. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here. Tons of others, and you can leave your responses to Chris Plays and Bobby Show on Facebook. Is it rude to tell someone they're wearing too much cologne or perfume?
And a fire on the front porch. Deputies then found a jug of oil that they say were used to start the fire.
Okay.
As the homeowner went to go get a garden hose, he saw burning pieces of wood around a propane tank.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, she was really going to set it off.
The garden hose didn't work.
Yeah, I bet not.
And the reason why is the woman had apparently used some kind of sealant to block the flow of water. So she was really burning
she was
this
schooled in
in
arson.
burning. Yeah. The homeowner then grabbed his rifle, confronted the woman because she was holding one of his dogs on a leash.
Oh, she took a dog while she was at it. Nice. I don't remember my boyfriend having dogs, but yeah, why not?
Hold it hostage. Law enforcement and emergency personnel approached the woman as they drove off. Then they caught her, and now she's being charged with felony, first-degree assault with a deadly weapon, and also larceny of an animal.
Oh, that larceny of an animal is a charge I guess I'd not heard yet. Surprising in our Daily Dumbass segment, that hadn't come up yet.
The home sustained approximately $20,000 worth of damage from the current fire that
you feel so bad for this guy.
Place.
Yeah. Like he just wakes up and this woman's setting his house on fire. Screw you, Billy! I'm Tom. Who are you?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, now you don't even know who I am?
Oh, man. And this is not his fault anyway. It's just yet another dumbass.
What a dumbass.
Big Dog, 97.9. Point of the show, we find out what we learned on the show today. Bobby, what did you learn?
I learned that you can get a DUI on a Wal Mart scooter.
Yeah.
And that tells me the driving of the scooter had to have been really bad. Guy was arrested. I can't remember where, but it was our first Daily Dumbass this morning. You'll be able to go back and listen to that at some point. Walmart scooter driving under the influence, and a list of other charges he got arrested for. You got to be really tearing stuff up to get the DUI. I didn't even know it was possible, honestly.
Not because he was inside Walmart. He wasn't even outside.
I thought you had to be on a road.
I did too.
He was in the aisles when they arrested him for DUI. It's unique, I think. Good job. You've done something no one else has done. What did you learn?
Apparently, finger sinkers.
Yeah.
It's a thing.
Yeah.
Are scamming you. People are pretending to play violins or other instruments to get money. Mm-hmm. They're not really playing. Apparently, they've got it hooked up to another recording. They just go through the motions, so they're finger syncing.
It's like the only way I could play an instrument.
Right.
Because I don't know how to play one. I'd have to have a track and just be going through the motions on my saxophone. That we talked about, do you feel gypped or ripped off when they do that? I don't so much because I never give them any money, but Chris still does, and he also doesn't give them any money. Let's share one more laugh. What do we have?
Sam Morrell on dads and relationships.
I saw a dad quizzing his son on dinosaurs the other day in a coffee shop. He's just holding up pictures of the dinosaurs. Every 30 seconds, the son would be like, Stegosaurus, and the dad would say, good job, Stephen, well done. Why are we quizzing kids on dinosaurs? I've never needed that. It's never come in handy. It's never gotten me out of a jam. Never. A cop pulls me over, what kind of dinosaur? A Stegosaurus? Step out of the vehicle. We should be quizzing kids on things they're going to need in life. This should be the quiz. He holds up a photo of the same woman, slightly different picture. She's like, all right, Stephen, what's different? He's like, her haircut? He's like, very good. That's going to get you out of a lot of unnecessary trouble. Then another photo of a woman. Is she angry? And the kid's like, she's going to say she's not, but I think she really is. He's like, wow. Breakups are tough, right? You ever have a breakup? You got to talk to your friends. They always speak in cliches. I was talking to a friend. He goes, oh, man, it's like a death. And I was like, is it? When my grandma died, none of my friends were like, thank God. Your grandma was the worst. Actually, she's going to make it. We always liked her. She was, Now, you women are amazing. You are, because you can fake an orgasm, but not a good mood. Isn't that crazy to you?